Welcome back to the Hartbeat Podcast. I'm Jay McGee. I'm with my co-host, Zane Hutton. Today, we're going to be talking to two of the Hawks baseball team's players, Seth Dyess and Latham Bynum. Welcome.
What's up, guys? Latham Bynum.
What's up, Seth Dyess? Excited to be on here. Looking forward to talking some baseball.
So, to get started here, let's talk about preseason. So, what do y'all do during preseason? What's kind of the set tone that y'all have for it? Can you walk us through it real quick?
Yeah, I can walk up to it. So mainly when we go through preseason, it's kind of a mental toughness thing, but it's also like a strength base, like beginning of the year. So kind of testing guys how strong they'll be mentally, because in baseball is very mental. A lot. It's very success, failure. It's like a roller coaster. So just testing yourself mentally, but also gaining strength so you can perform throughout the year and stay healthy.
It's good. Kind of to piggyback what he was saying, it's really just a mental game. Baseball's a mental game. If you make it to the Hall of Fame in baseball and batting, you'll go 3 out of 10 times. So it's a game of failure. So Coach Smith really just tests our mental game with workouts and conditioning and everything like that.
Does it ever get difficult for y'all inside the practices or during training?
Oh yeah, definitely. I would say in the fall when we would work out, and we have a thing called we have Tough Friday challenges where we're on teams and we do challenges for workouts. It's some of the toughest moments for sure.
What do y'all normally do on that Friday?
Well, Tough Friday consists of, it's basically like an obstacle course. So you'll run maybe I don't know how far, but you won't run too far. And then you'll do some type of exercise, and then you'll run again, do an exercise, run again, do an exercise. You're going to run a total a mile and a half, and you're going to do a lot of body weight exercises, pushing sleds, running up hills, and it's a lot of stuff. It's mainly just to test you mentally. Nothing you can't do, but just something that'll push you forward and say, can I do this?
One of the ones that I can remember clearly is called the hang challenge. So in the weight room, we'll hang up from the bar. You have to hang for a total of 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. And then whenever you fall, the time stops and you have to go outside and you have to do a bunch of challenges. So it's 30 yards of lunges, 30 yards of jumps, 30 yards of bear crawl, and you got to sprint back in. You just got to keep holding, and your fingers start cramping. You can't hold on to it.
It's all on concrete, so it's ripping at your hands. The bar is ripping. So
that's probably the worst one that I can think of.
That's really difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So a lot of it's just training mental and not just a specific muscle group.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Tough Fridays are, but for our our workouts, so we'll do a tough Wednesday, we'll do that, but the other 2 days in the week will be our strength training. Those will be more posterior. A lot of things in baseball are posterior, which is just your back, your glutes, your hamstrings, training those big time. And then more of an upper body, like a power day, so mainly your shoulders and your chest, and getting those really powerful and strong.
How do y'all stay motivated during this season or preseason thing with working out and doing these tough mental things?
Well, it's tough to stay motivated sometimes. It's tough. You got to wake up at 6:30 every morning, go out there and grind. Well, not wake up 6:30, wake up at 5, go out there and grind. And it's tough to stay mentally, still mentally attentive, but you got your team. Your team makes you motivated. Mm-hmm. Once you walk in the weight, sometimes you wake up and be like, oh, I don't want to do this. But you walk in the weight room, see all your guys smiling, everybody's loud music, it gets you going. And then also last year, how we came off last year with the loss in state championship, that just makes you even more hungry. So you just want to keep, win at the highest level.
Yeah. I would say, especially after losing last year in the state championship, we realized that half the reason we made it there is because of how close our team was. And that all starts in the fall when you're working as a team, when these mental challenges, because then you grow closer as a team and friends. And I think doing that just brings you closer as a team. So when season comes around, we're ready for whatever comes our way.
Speaking of the fall, I remember seeing stuff about the Iron Hawk Challenge stuff. Can you run us through what that is?
Yeah, so the Iron Hawk's basically it's almost like a showcase. So showcase in baseball is where they get all your measurables. So that's baseball-wise. This is basically strength measurable. So it's strength, speed, jumping, everything like that. And it kind of just shows where you are. And at the end, there's an Iron Hawk champion, which was Tanner this year. So there's 60-yard sprints, there's 30-yard sprints, there's a thing where we have dumbbells and we walk as far as you can with them. And it's up to you. Whenever it drops is when you drop. So it's basically a mental game almost. And there's bench press, there's squat. It's basically a bunch of weight challenges. How many pull-ups and push-ups can you do? And it's just whoever can do the most, you get certain points based off how good you do.
Yeah, there's no punishment to it or how well you want to do it. It's just whether you want it to place in the challenge. Just how much you want to go after it. Because nobody's making you do the extra squat, but if you want to win the challenge, you got to do the extra squat.
I think that builds, the mental toughness as well, because it's a little bit different than football where you have your PR set and you have to just break your own records there. But it's how much farther can you go just to, win the challenge. I think that's just baseball. But going into the regular season, what's going to be the differences between preseason fall workouts and then going into now regular spring practice?
Well, it's obviously preparation will change. In the fall, you're more on just grinding. You basically want to kill your body every single day. How much can you kill your body?
Right.
And then do it again the next day. In the springtime, it's more on maintaining that strength that you've worked really hard on and the preparation for the game. How well can you keep your body for the next game so you can perform?
Yeah, I would say in the fall, it's more strength. And then when you get to January, like we are right now, we're scrimmaging every day. So we're out there, and it's Coach Smith will split us into 2 teams, and we're basically facing off against each other so we can get ready for the real games on February 3rd when our actual season starts.
Right. So it's not just like some sort of surprise whenever you get to the games. Okay.
Yeah.
So before we talk about what we expect this season to be, for the people who haven't really watched y'all play baseball last year, can you run us through what last season was kind of like?
Oh, yeah. Last year was a very senior-led group. A lot of guys, a very tight-knit group. I think that, like Latham said earlier, that's why we made it so far is because we were so close together. It was very hard to break us. 6th and the 7th inning came along, we were still if we were down, we still could power through the game. And this year is going to be a little bit different because, new positions open up. A lot of senior heavy group last year means a lot of openings this year.
Mhm.
So just making the game really competitive, who wants a spot? And so we're just kind of having to rebuild that continuity. You kind of take what last year had, try to build off that this year.
Yeah, like he's saying, we had a big senior group last year, and a lot of them started. It wasn't like we had seniors and then they didn't play. Pretty much all of our seniors last year played, besides a couple of them. And we have, some of our best players went off to go play D1, like JP App, and we had other guys that went to play college ball, Sam Sheffield, and then Wiggy could have gone and played, but he went to play basketball, obviously. But we had so many people that helped us out last year all over, and we're just trying to right now, through these scrimmages, figure out what those roles are going to be for the new people that are stepping up. It's going to be a young team this year. We're going to have a young infield. Our outfield will have the people from last year basically the same, but we have to figure out the new spots.
How do you expect to see some of these new people stepping up into different roles?
We have a lot of young infielders. Ken Shelton is an 8th grader, and he has a chance to play for us this year. Eli Murphy's a 9th grader. He has a chance to play. We have a couple new kids that came over. Luke Weston's new. Gunnar Enos is new. They both have a chance to play. So we have a lot of new people transferring over from other schools and a lot of younger kids that have a lot of talent. So it's going to be interesting to see what Coach Smith wants to do with our lineup, but we'll see when inter-squad's in, which is the scrimmages between our 2 teams.
How many scrimmages will y'all play before going into normal practice?
We have about 3 a week. So it's normally Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. And then our first game's February 3rd. So I would say it's about 4 or 5 weeks of scrimmages 3 times a week.
Yeah. Okay.
So getting started with the season as well, going into spring training and spring practices with scrimmaging and everything, what kind of identity do y'all want to have for this team this year?
Well, our identity every year is we're going to be really gritty. That sounds really cliche and sounds really dumb, but we're just not going to die. And that's that's kind of the culture we've created is we're gonna keep coming at you. And if you beat us in the end, you beat us in the end. But next game 2, we're gonna be right back at you. Keep coming at you. Keep chipping away. We have our hitting coach, Coach Lohman, created a thing. Be annoying. Be annoying at the plate. Make the pitcher get annoyed at you because you're just so pesky around there. So just really a bunch of gritty group of guys that are gonna keep playing hard, and they just love the game of baseball. They're never going to stop.
Right. So y'all try to be like a group of mosquitoes, we could say.
Basically,
around the players, around the teams.
Yes.
Yeah.
a group of mosquitoes
Yeah.
that will come at you. Yep.
That's great.
Yeah, I would say that the main word I could say is gritty. And then I say we have fun too.
Yeah.
Last year we joke around a lot, and that's what made the team so fun. You know, a lot of baseball teams, they get tight
Mhm.
and they get nervous. And I would say our team we have fun while we're out there, which makes it easier to mess around with each other. We know we need to lock in, but we also know we can have fun.
Right.
You know, Coach Loman does say be annoying. And then when we're in the field, his motto is play with it. So, you know, we can mess around and have fun while we're locking in. So
Yeah, it's good to stay loose within the team to be able to have those kind of kinship, the partnership for going into these kind of games.
Yeah. Especially with baseball being a longer game to where, you know, you could be losing the first 5 or 6 innings and you can come back there at the end. Or you could be tied the whole time and it's right up there at the end to where it changes. The whole mental state's going to be different. I didn't know what y'all did for workouts. I thought that was interesting because it's not, you know, your traditional workouts that are the same things for, you know, basketball and football and makes baseball kind of different. But let's look ahead towards this season. What do you see this season being different from last season, and what do you expect how the season's going to go?
yeah, I would say this year we're more hungry. Last year we hadn't made it to the state championship, and I don't know how long, but it was a while. I mean, it hadn't been at least over 5 years probably. But this year I would say we're more hungry because of what happened last year. We want to win more this year. I think there's people from last year's team that lost in the state championship that it kind of lights a fire inside of them and they want to go out and get it.
Right.
So I would say we're more hungry to go win a state championship this year.
Is there a point in the season where you think that we'll see this team be able to make it to that point, be able to get the championship? Do y'all see that?
Yeah, you'll figure that out like mid-season. You know, everybody, it's easy to come out the gate. It's easy day one to be like, oh, let's go. I'm excited to be out here. It's easy day 2 to be out here. But once you get into the mundane, you know, it's day 30, it's day 40. Guys start to go, do I really want to be out here? It's long days. I'm waking up at 5 o'clock. I'm out here till 6 o'clock. You know, you start to figure out mid-season what the team is going to be really made of because, you know, it's like I said, it's easy in the beginning, but once you get going, that's whenever guys start to step up, guys start to take roles, and that's when you start to figure out who's going to be you're going to need down the stretch.
I would say that we have the talent to do it. I say we have the talent to be there in the end. The question is, can these young guys that haven't played varsity before, can they step up and fill that role? And is their mental game strong enough? That's why Coach Smith trains us so much, because say we're in the bottom of the 7th inning, we put a guy that's never pitched before in to go win us the game. Is this mental game going to be strong enough, or is he going to fold under pressure? So that's what we've been training for. So I think we can do it. We just have to work together.
Yeah. And that way that doesn't just hit you in the gut and they just crumble and fall, like you're saying.
Yeah.
So to kind of wrap it up, I'm going to start doing these hot takes that I usually like to do.
Xander's hot takes.
Let's go. I'm excited.
So there's 4 of them this time, and I had to think a little bit to make sure these would be good questions in order for y'all to answer well. So first one that I have here is what's the hardest part about preseason? And you kind of answered it a little bit, but could we go into a little bit more depth maybe, or Seth can answer as well for this one?
Yeah, it's definitely the tough Fridays. Those are very tough. You're basically you get absolutely destroyed on Friday, and then you come back, destroy yourself during the workout. So you're already tired whenever that comes. It's not like you come into the tough Friday fresh,
Right.
ready to go. Like you're ready to go. You're not. You're tired. Those are definitely the toughest parts of the preseason. I mean, the baseball part, I mean, love being out there. You love playing with the guys and doing the workouts, but you know, it's hard to get up for those tough Fridays sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say it's just the tough Fridays. And then we would even have them in the afternoon where it's over 80 degrees. Like it's hot.
Yeah.
It's hot out there.
Yeah.
It's hot.
It's hot. And sometimes we would double up. We'd do something in the morning and then we do something in the afternoon. It's hot, and in the morning you don't want to wake up and go. But when you start getting in the groove of it, you're like, I actually do like this. I want to be here, because at the end of the season, we're going to know that when we get done, it was worth it.
That's awesome. Love to hear that.
Another one I got here is, what's one word / phrase to describe the Hartfield baseball team this year? Like a motto that y'all have or whatever y'all want.
I think our motto this year is hard to kill. Is that our motto?
Mhm.
I think that's our motto
Mhm.
because we have every homeroom we have meetings
Right.
and with our baseball team, and Coach Smith goes over like our whole entire like our standards of baseball, like what we're gonna be doing each aspect of the game, how you lift weights, how you take care of your body, like just the standard that he holds us to in every one of them. And I think that's the biggest one, just people that are hard to kill. Just somebody who, you think you got them down, but they're going to keep coming at you. They're not done yet. So I think that would probably be our phrase to describe this year's team.
Right. You gotta basically be like the rock, the foundation for
Yes.
it. Okay.
Yeah, I would even say that, you have your 3 negotiables. But I would say we have our 3 negotiables with the baseball team.
Yeah.
I would say hard to kill.
Mhm.
I would say have fun, play loose, because you can be hard to kill, but if you're not having fun, you're never going to get anywhere. That's what sports are for. You're supposed to have fun. That's why everybody plays them. You're not just supposed to go out there and not have fun while you're doing it,
Right.
or you shouldn't be playing. And I would say the last one is just, I would say know what your job is. Know what you're doing out there. Do it for a reason. You're not out there just to do whatever you want to do. You're playing for the team. You're not playing just for your selfish desires.
Right. Knowing your job's crucial. Like they all, like our coaches preach, like, know what your job. We really don't care if you mess up, but if you're in the right position, like you make a bad throw, but you're in the right position for the cutoff, that's all right. We know what we're doing. We can get it right. We can make the throws. But if we're in the wrong position on these different relays or positions of throwing, it's hard to correct that. So yeah, just knowing your job is crucial, like Latham said.
Right. Okay. Another one that I got here is, who's the most competitive on the team? So you've mentioned Tanner. Is he just the main guy, the guy that's always on there?
We got a lot of competitive
We got a lot of
guys.
competitive people.
Cope Bynum,
Coburn.
very competitive. He
seems,
wants to
he
win.
seems like a chill guy to me. I mean, knowing him only a little bit.
Cope's like, see how like we said, like it's Cope can flip the switch like that. Like he's fun, goofy. We're in the locker room, but when we get out there, some competitive, Cope wants to win. He doesn't care about anything. We can be playing basketball, like we play pickup games up here. Like he's like full on guarding. Like he is so competitive. It can be ping pong. It can be volleyball. Like dude just wants to win so bad.
Oh wow.
He's very competitive.
Yeah, I would say it's Cope. Cope is we call him Crash Out Cope.
Yeah,
because whenever he pitched last year, I remember one game against Jay, and we were winning. Like it wasn't close. We were playing Jay, and we were winning like 6-2, and we had the game in the bag.
Right.
And then Cope gets the last out. He throws his hat. He's screaming. There's a picture of him throwing his hat. All he's like this.
Yeah.
He's crazy competitive. He's the nicest guy. One of the nicest guys you'll meet. But whenever he steps on the baseball field, he like turns on a different mode. It's like a different Cope.
Right. That's funny. I like that answer. I got the last one here. It says, are there games where you can feel the tone is set before the first pitch? So like before you walk out there on the pitcher, you already know that like y'all are going to probably dominate on this.
100%. There are totally times when you can feel the tone of a game. It can be good. It also can be bad. You can really see it in practice, preparation before the game.
Mhm.
Like, how are guys taking BP? How are guys, fielding ground balls? How are you reading when we do our base running drills? How are you reading line drives off the bat that are getting down? Like, you can tell because, leading up to conference games, but once you get into that first conference game, guys are usually really locked in. But then while you get to the 10th conference game, some guys aren't locked in. So you can totally tell the tone before a game and how it's going to go.
Mm.
And you want that tone to be good, but sometimes it can be bad. And you got to fix it during the game, which can lead to a loss sometimes. But
Yeah, there's just certain people on our team that when they're up, you're confident and you know that you're going to win.
Right.
When Henwey's up to bat, I feel confident. Or when D1 Tay's on the mound, it just makes you feel like when Taylor's on the mound, I feel confident that we're going to win. And I feel like the tone is set before the game. Like you can just feel loose when Taylor's on the mound. There's just certain guys that before, like you're saying, before the first pitch is thrown, you feel confident that we got a good chance of winning this game.
I like all of y'all can come together as a team and realize and be comfortable around each other and know that you can trust in each other, because baseball is as much of a team sport as it is an individual sport,
Mhm.
yes,
which makes it very interesting. it's different than football and basketball in that regard. So it's especially with the length of the game, how different it can change at pretty much any moment. It's interesting to see. But thank you for your time. It's been fun to have you on. Is there anything else you want to talk about before we close?
You got anything?
I'm good. I'm happy to get on. Been waiting for this.
Yeah.
I've watched all the Hartbeat podcasts.
I was
The first one's my favorite.
I was
yeah.
really looking forward to this. I think y'all doing a phenomenal job. And I
Appreciate
love
that.
watching y'all's Hartbeat podcast. It means a lot.
I could listen to Zane's hot takes all day.
That's when
Let me just roll them out first, and I
Yeah.
can get there.
when you
Get 4
Yeah. For this time, yeah.
for this time.
great hot takes though. I love these hot takes.
Appreciate
Keep it up.
Oh yeah, I love doing them.
Well, that's everything we have here today. Make sure to leave 5 stars on Spotify. If you've watched all the way through this, we're still working on Apple. It's been a process. Make sure to subscribe on YouTube so you don't miss anything like that. But as always, go Hawks!
Hawks.